Hello and welcome to a packed Newcastle Stadium. You join us on what always promised to be a fantastic night's racing. It's the culmination of the William Hill Festival. Joining me, of course, is Anthony Ennis. Enzo, we're going to look back at four great finals, of course, starting off with the Angel of the North final, and didn't disappoint.
No, won by Gilo Zip out of Trap 3. Showed the early Zip, didn't it? And completed a double of the night for the owners and the trader, of course, because Gilo Monti, I was quite taken by him in the six-pen race earlier. He looks a real star over six pens in the making, but this bitch is flying. She's going to probably head to Bellevue for the Oaks in December, and judged on this, Hobbsy, she'll take some beating because she's got it all. She's got early pace, she can trap, and she stays strongly also. Yeah, it
was a great double for the Sheffield trainer Carl Perry and Nick Brereton of Gilo Racing. Gilo Zip cracking out of making all and taking advantage of Ballydor Mora, the favourite, not quite getting the clearest run, but the winner was in front and home. So we moved on to the Great North Run, of course, sponsored by William Hill once again, and the red-hot favourite Shellam Donano, now trained by Jimmy Wright, who was looking to go bang, bang, bang in the last three finals. Well, this one, again, didn't disappoint.
This was one of the performances of the night for me because he had to check slightly at the first bend. It was just a great bit of track craft to pick his way through the field. He's a classy dog. He's an intelligent dog as well, as Shellam Delano. He knows how to avoid the trouble spots. Just caught on the heels there at Trap 1. Many other greyhound would have gone straight up the backside of Trap 1 there, and that would have been it. But no, he switches outside. Little sidestep Hobbsy to the right, and he's challenging on the outside now of the one dog Heroic Miss. He's got Cooler Valley Bear firmly in his sights. He takes dead aim off the final bend, and he's the track record holder here over 7:06 and 6:70. He's just a track champion. What a dog, and he's TV trophy bound.
It was an oh-so-game performance from Kulavani Bear, of course, but all class, all power from Shellam Delano. Turns a senior next year, and he's off to the TV trophy, so they're going to go for gold at 2 laps at Toaster. Looking forward to that. So we moved on to the William Hill Northern Puppy Derby, a red-hot favourite, Roxhome Nidge, superstar Mark and Hayley Keekleys. But Jimmy Wright's greyhound running out of Trap 5, or Angela Harrison, I should say, 8-1. What a price.
Double the price he was before the competition began. Who'd have thought that, Droopy Zephyr? That's because, Hobbs, he got beaten in the first round by Stole My Baby. He got beaten by the second, in the second round by the same greyhound again. But tonight he was poor perfect from the boxes, Droopy Zephyr. He looks another promising puppy, along with the greyhound we're about to see in the All England Cup final. But this was electric. Roxhome Nidge didn't come away as perhaps he needed to tonight, but let's give the winner some credit. That was electric from a greyhound who's always had a lot of potential. They always rated him very highly. Wow, that was electric.
And he didn't let us down, did he? And of course, Matt Chapman gives Errol Blythe a lot of stick, but I have to say Errol was spot on. He said the penny had dropped where Droopy Zephyr is concerned. He was very green, but he did the business this evening. A great performance. Roxhome Nidge, for me, lost nothing in defeat after first bend trouble. Still a massive player in terms of greyhound of the year categories, I think, going forward. Now, what about the William Hill All England Cup final? Would you believe Jimmy Wright or Angela Harrison had never won the All England Cup? They had a massive chance. Droopy's Buick and Droopy's Expert went to traps, throwing Cashlin Fifi as well. They had half the field, Enzo. Yeah. How was it going to pan out?
They won it, and I guess for any punters, Hobbsy, they won it with the right one, because it was the well-backed favourite, Droopy's Expert, who won in a time of 28.10. That is blistering. A little bit of bumping on the run-up as well, because he made contact with his kennel companion, didn't he? Droopy's Buick, the old master, but I'm afraid Trap 2 just didn't have the legs to go with them to the bend. But how good is this dog? He was beaten at Nottingham in the Puppy Classic behind Wildfire Lord. He was beaten behind Roxhome Nidge, of course, in that Puppy Plate at Sunderland, but tonight was his crowning moment.
It was a big test on paper. He came through it in style. We've always known he was massively fast, second and third fastest times ever at Newcastle. Could he do it in the big event?
Best dog in the country, is he? That's what they're calling him
the big event. Well, he's certainly joint favourite for next year's Derby, along with Roxhome Nidge. That was the story of a fabulous William Hill All England Cup and Puppy Derby Festival. So some great performances, certainly for the Angela Harrison kennel. We're next. Four winners.
Don't forget Verve as well at one earlier on.
Of course, a new star.
Verve, Zephyr, Expert, Hobbsy.
Wow,
those three.
What a kennel of greyhounds to look forward to in the rest of 2017 and 2018, of course, with the Derby very much the target, I would imagine, for 2 or 3 of those greyhounds, I would imagine. Where do we go next?
We're going to Nottingham for the British Breeders' final. Looking forward to that next Tuesday night. Some good dogs as well.
Absolutely fantastic. Celebrating British breeding. We're looking forward to that, but we've got to thank Newcastle. We've got to thank everybody who's put together this fantastic festival, to William Hill, and of course to this man who carried us all as ever.
It's been a pleasure, sir.
See you then.